What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to BigAlphGaming. In the last episode, we received our starter Pokemon here, our Piplup, and today we're going to be heading up to Professor Rowan's lab in Sandgem Town. But before we do that, let's go ahead and we will speak to our rival Barry here. Barry says, "Too slow, Big Alph, I'm sick of waiting. I'm going to go see Professor Rowan so I can thank him properly. So I have this great idea. Listen up, okay? You know that lake where we always play at? You know how they say a legendary Pokemon lives there? You guessed it. Let's catch that Pokemon. That'll make Professor Rowan happy. I'm sure of that. Me and you together, we've got nothing to fear." So apparently with our level 6 Piplup and level 5 Turtwig, we are equipped to take down a level 50 legendary Pokemon here. So let's just go ahead and get right after it. Alright, we're at the lake. Get ready because we're capturing that legendary Pokemon. Trust me on this one, it's here. It even says so on the sign. That's like everything you see on the internet is true, right, Barry? What's going on? And there's a little Cyrus action going on here. The flowing time, the expanding space. I will make it all mine one day. Cyrus is my name. Remember it. Bro, who are you talking to? Like, you have no idea that we're here. Until then, sleep while you can. Legendary Pokemon of the lake bed. Allow me to pass. Step aside. Bro, what a weirdo. Cyrus just thinking he owns the place. What was that about? Weird guy. Okay, Big Alph, let's catch that legendary Pokemon, Kayun. And then Barry's just waltzing around like an absolute vagabond. He's so excited though. Did you hear that, Big Alph? That was the legendary Pokemon crying. That had to be it. This is our chance. Let's catch it. Wait, we don't have anything on us. You know, Pokeballs. P-O-K accent E balls. That's a hilarious line. That's got to be one of the best Barry lines in the game. P-O-K accent E balls. If we don't have those, we can't catch Pokemon or take them around with us. Do you think Professor Rowan would give us some if we asked him? You know, you remember what he said, don't you? He said to visit him at his lab if we needed anything. Okay, Big Alph, I'll race you. First one to the professor's lab in Sandgem Town rules. Well, hopefully we can just ask the professor for like a raise or like $1 billion since we're doing all this Pokédex research for him. He's too lazy to do it on his own, and evidently he'll give us whatever he wants, whatever we want, according to Barry. But yeah, in any case, time to finally go into the tall grass. We've put on our big boy shoes and we can finally handle it, it seems. Yeah, these people don't really say anything noteworthy here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and I think this one actually gives us a potion. Yeah, here we go. This guy says he works at a Pokemon Mart and he'll give us a free potion. Awesome. Yeah, we love that for sure. And I'm pretty surprised we haven't gotten in a wild battle yet, but there we go. We've got our first one here, and it's a Bidoof, level 3. Yeah, pretty much like one of the worst Pokemon in the game, equivalent of like a Rattata. But yeah, I guess I'll just take him out just for the sake of, this is the first wild battle in the game, so we might as well. But yeah, I probably won't do too many of the wild battles. Normally I just would run away, but yeah, it just takes up so much time and I just don't really feel like dealing with it. Normally, I would strongly encourage you to capture a Bidoof or B-Barrel because they can pretty much learn every HM in the game other than like the flying type ones, and for that reason they're a fantastic addition to a team. But aside from that, they don't serve a whole lot of value otherwise. I want to sneak past Dawn and she won't let me, dang it. Alright, so yeah, she's just going to bring us inside the lab. But yeah, I was going to say super valuable to have a B-Barrel on your team or Bidoof because they can learn all those HMs. But for this walkthrough, I'm actually going to be teaching all of the HM moves to my team. So I don't ever have to switch out anyone on the party. I've already planned out my team and their move sets, so yeah, it should work out nicely, and I'm not too worried about having HMs on my team itself. But alright, back to the story here. Well, look who's here. Big Alph, was it? Let's have a look at your Pokemon. I see. This Pokemon seems to be rather happy. Entrusting you with that Piplup was no mistake, it seems. Well, would you like to give it a nickname? So I am going to give this Piplup a nickname here. Turns out I am recording this video before I even published the first one, in which I did end up saying, let's go ahead and give me nickname suggestions in the comments. So I'm going to give a nickname here that I like, and if I see a better one in the comments, I will end up changing it. But yeah, we're going to be naming Piplup here Aquabat. I think that's a suitable nickname for him. Kind of combines his like penguin-esque, like flying bat-like self with the water. Anyways, Professor says, when I first saw you two about to step into the tall grass without Pokemon, I was shocked. I was astounded by these foolhardy children. But now you've astounded me in an entirely different way. Already there's a bond growing between you and that Pokemon. I feel privileged to have met you. I'm sure Piplup feels the same way about you. That's why I'll ask you to cherish that Piplup of yours. Bro, this guy needs to relax. Like, how can he possibly be astounded? All we've done is we beat one Turtwig and one Bidoof, and now apparently Piplup is just walking on cloud 9, living the dream with us. He's so happy. In any case, Professor says, let's move on to the main topic. There's something I want you to do for me. Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name, as you know, is Rowan. I study Pokemon. First of all, I want to know exactly what kinds of Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. To do so, it's necessary to collect data using the Pokédex. This is what I wish to ask of you. I want to entrust you with this Pokédex. Will you use it to record data on all the Pokemon in Sinnoh for me? We'll just tell him yes. And then he says, good answer, and he gives us a nice Pokédex. So there we go, a P-O-K accent E-Dex. And he says, the Pokédex is a very high-tech device. It will automatically record data on every Pokemon we encounter. And he says that he wants us to go everywhere and meet every Pokemon in the region. And Dawn has one as well. So Rowan says, when you walked up Route 201 with your Pokemon, what did you feel? I've lived for 60 long years. Even now, I get a thrill when I'm with a Pokemon. Now you should know that there are countless Pokemon in this world. I feel like there's only like 210 in this game, but in any case, that means there are just as many thrills waiting for you out there. Now go. Big Alph, your grand adventure begins right now. Dawn, the Pokemon that I met for the first time was a Chimchar. If you would have chosen a Chimchar on Route 201, we'd have the same Pokemon now. Not that it matters, but ellipses. I feel very confident that if I had chosen a Chimchar, you would not have one, but in any case, let's get back to the story here. I just got a little head start on you, that's all. I'd be happy to teach you some things. Glad to meet you, Big Alph. And that pretty much ends the story of us at Sandgem Lab. But I guess we will end up going back there very briefly later on. But Rowan says he's got something good here, and he's going to give us TM27 for return. I love that move. Fantastic addition to any team. It deals damage based on how happy your Pokemon is, and it's a normal type, of course, so really valuable if you teach it to a normal type to get that same type attack bonus. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Rowan, at least for a while. And Dawn saying, was he a trainer when he was young? Alright, Big Alph, I'll act as your mentor. I've got a bit more experience than you as a trainer and as the professor's assistant. Alright, so follow me. So now Dawn is going to give us the most boring tour around Sandgem Town. She tells us about the Pokemon Center, very obvious stuff here. She tells us that the blue building is the Pokemart. And then she gets excited about something and says, oh, that's right, you've got to let your family know you're going to be helping Professor Rowan with Pokédex. And because we're going so far away, we should let someone know. And we got to heal up at the Pokemon Center. So she's just like handing out chores to us left and right. A little bit annoying there, Dawn. But anyways, let's go ahead and we are going to head south and not listen to any of Dawn's instructions. Come down here and you can snag a Pokeball that contains an antidote. Lovely item, cures your team of poison. And then we are going to head up and we are going to listen to Dawn's first instruction here. And we will indeed heal up our team. This is the first Pokemon Center we've been in so far. Yeah, normally they've got a few people in here to talk to and whatnot. Sometimes they'll give you things, but at this point I don't think any of these trainers give you anything, so I'm not going to bother chatting with them. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll see whose house this is here. Dawn's house, probably nothing in there. This guy doesn't really give us anything, so let's head back to our hometown, and we will go have a nice little chat with Mama Bear, let her know that we're planning on going on a grand adventure, and yeah, we're going to explore the entire Sinnoh region, it seems. Let's head inside our house here and see what our mom has to say about our adventure. Welcome home. Are you and your Pokemon healthy? Take a quick rest, dear. Well, I just wasted my time going to the Pokemon Center. Didn't know you'd heal them up like that. What is it, Big Alph? More ellipses. Wow, Professor Rowan asked you to do something that big? Okay, dear, go for it. Your mom's got your back. Oh, I know, Big Alph. I've got something that you'll find useful. And she gives us the journal, which I undoubtedly will not pay any attention to. I'm not interested in writing down my innermost thoughts and feelings, but the journal is basically just a thing that tracks like your daily activities. So like tomorrow when I log into Pokemon Platinum, there will be a screen at the beginning that's like last episode, or not last episode, but last time you played, you, I don't know, like nicknamed your Piplup and then you like obtained a journal or something. Like nothing crazy, but Barry's mom's complaining about him right now. He's so headstrong and reckless. I at least wanted him to take this. And now mom's giving us chores to do here, but that's kind of to be expected. She's telling us that we will just go ahead and we are going to deliver the parcel to Barry on behalf of his mother. So yeah, I guess that's pretty kind of us and generous, but yeah, I wish she gave us like some coin or something, like I don't know, maybe like a cool 10 mil, just since that's what Barry's so constantly threatening to fine us. But yeah, let's go ahead and we will head back towards Sand Gem Town here, and we're going to encounter another battle. And look at that, we've got a Kricketot. So yeah, I guess I didn't even mention, but the wild Pokemon that you can capture on this route are a Kricketot, a Bidoof, and also a Starly. And Kricketot, I believe, will only come out at nighttime, I think. Maybe like a 10% chance. But yeah, this thing is using the move Bide, which is actually a really scary move. It's actually liable to knock me out here. So I'm going to run away. It will do double the damage that you deal to it. And because I didn't think one more pound was going to take it out, it's going to unleash the energy and I would probably end up dying. So definitely be careful if you're facing a Kricketot. You don't want to get into a bad situation there. I'm just going to run away from this Bidoof because a level 2 is not going to give me basically any experience. But we got one more wild battle. Maybe it'll be a Starly so we can finally see one. Nope. Alright. Going to run away from this guy too. I just don't want to deal with it right now. Yeah, it's actually kind of unlike me. Normally when I would play these games growing up, I would always like super over level my Pokemon. I remember there was one time I took a Chimchar to start off this game, and I actually evolved it into Monferno before I even went to Professor Rowan's lab in Sand Gem Town. And he was actually so spooked. He was like, "Oh wow, like your Pokemon has already evolved into Monferno. Like this is wild." Yeah, pretty funny like little thing that probably not too many of you knew about, since like who evolves their starter into their second evolution before you even get to Professor Rowan's lab. But in any case, we are chatting with Dawn now, and she is showing us how to capture a wild Pokemon. Its HP is down, it's ready for a Pokeball. The super basic stuff here. So they're going to toss a Pokeball. Really seems like Bidoof's HP is not quite down, but whatever, I'll just listen to what Dawn has to say, or her tutelage, since supposedly she knows best. She's Professor Oak's assistant, she's got so much more experience than us. But yeah, that's going to be it for this little capture sequence. And Dawn giggles and says, "See, isn't it neat? It's actually better to lower your target's HP more than I did. It's important to get the Pokemon's HP down as low as possible. This is because a healthy Pokemon is very difficult to catch. Oh, Pokemon also get easier to catch if you make them sleep or something by using Pokemon's move. Alright, Big Alph, to get you started, I'll give you 5 Pokeballs." And there we go. So we can get started on our catching adventure. And I will probably end up catching a Bidoof because my team is going to be structured a little bit oddly in this walkthrough to where I might need some HM assistance before then. So yeah, but that's where I think I'm going to end off this video here. In the next one, we're going to head on to this first real route of the game where we've actually got some trainer battles to face. But yeah, in any case, guys, thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for more. See you next time.